Oh, you probably can't see that. What is the meaning of this? Says woman's voice. I'm terribly sorry. Someone's yelling over there. Yeah, they don't seem too happy either. I've been waiting for so long to visit the beach, and what did I get out of it? Trauma! What is this beach's management even doing? We can't apologize enough, ma'am. This is my fault. I should have been keeping a closer watch. Easy, babe. They've already said they're sorry. Can't we all just move on and forget this? We should thank the goddess you weren't actually hurt, you know? No, that is not good enough! Excuse me, what's going on here? Police on the scene. Are you fighting? You're the guests Miss Maribel had the beach reserved for this morning. Oh, I'm so sorry. I left the reception desk completely unattended. Don't worry about it. That's not why we're here. So, is there some kind of problem? Oh, you'd better believe there is. Someone nearly tore my swimsuit clean off of me when I was at the beach just now. Someone tore your swimsuit? This isn't the first time this has occurred. We've had a few cases like these since the beach opened. Fortunately, it never came up while you all had the beach reserved this morning. We heard the rumors before we came, but I figured it had never happened to us. Us? I'm the one who had to go through the embarrassment of getting her swimsuit torn off in public. Me, your girlfriend. Don't just stand there and take this. Defend my honor. I'm trying. Can you imagine if your girlfriend actually came up to you and said, defend my honor? Not like stick up for me, but defend my honor. Pull out your sword. Duel them. Throw the gauntlet. I've got half a mind to sue you for negligence. Please, that won't be necessary. And honestly, catching them is going to be easier said than done. After all this time, we still don't have the slightest clue of what the culprit actually looks like. They sound pretty worked up about this. Can't you do something to help them, Lloyd? What should we do? We're supposed to be meeting the others in front of the park. We've gotta get all the DP we can. This may be my vacation, but also this is a video game. Would it be possible for you to tell me more details about the swimsuit case? As a member of the police, I can't overlook such a serious offense. I may be able to help you create a profile of the culprit, if you don't mind me butting in, that is. You would do that for us. Please, we'll take all the aid you can give. See, there's a police officer here willing to help too. That's good, right, babe? Just make sure you catch that pervert. On that note, the hallway probably isn't the best place to talk about this. Let's move over to the changing room. Good idea, shall we? Good luck, Lloyd. Quest, the swimsuit snipping situation started. Could you give me the full details of what happened at the time of the incident? Gladly. My boyfriend and I were playing in the water at the beach. Normal stuff, tossing around a beach ball, swimming, things like that. After a little while, I got thirsty and left to buy something at the drink stand upstairs. Not long after I got there, I suddenly heard screaming coming from behind me. I ran back and my girlfriend was there, crouching in the lake trying to cover up. Then the nearby beachgoers started to gather and, oh, it was just horrible. The lifeguard here was nice enough to bring me a towel at least. Thanks, I think I get the picture now. Wave, was it? Did you witness anything strange during the incident? Well, I was keeping watch over the lake at the time, but I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. The moment I heard the screams, I ran over. I didn't realize her swimsuit had been torn until I got there. I tried asking the other beachgoers if they knew what had happened, but nobody caught who did it. Even I didn't see what they looked like, and I'm the victim. After my boyfriend left to buy drinks, I was casually strolling down the shore. As far as I knew, no one was around me. The second it happened, I went into shock. My instincts took over and I crouched in the water to cover myself. I can't blame you. It's a perfectly natural response to having that situation. What about the previous incidents? Were there any eyewitnesses in those cases? No, they were just like this one. They all happened on the shoreline, but no one saw the culprit. Each time, the swimsuits looked as though they were cut by a sharp tool. It's hard to believe there were no more than accidents. The incidents are too similar too, and the cut looks the same every time. No doubt we're dealing with the same culprit. It's a repeat offender. But what's bizarre is that the beach has had different visitors registered during each incident, so there are no suspicious overlaps. After the last time, I was beginning to think it was just a fluke, but now it's happened again. Yeah, this is all way too purposeful. Do you have any idea who could have done this, Lloyd? You shouldn't rush him, little lady. The police aren't superheroes. It's going to take more than a few vague stories to find the bad guy. No, it's alright. I already have a good idea of the offender's identity. Magica, yo! Seriously? Even though you haven't inspected the crime scene? That would be the next step under normal circumstances. In this case, however, I don't think it would yield us any more evidence. Super Detective Lloyd on the scene. Since our crime scene is the lakeshore itself, anything incriminating has likely been washed away by now. Good point. But you said you already have an idea who the culprit is. How can that be? Simple. I was able to piece together a criminal profile based on the patterns in the story you gave me. Yeah, gets little sparkles. Yeah, you're so cool when you go all detective mode, Lloyd. Well, if you're so confident, then tell me this. Who was it? Who was the degenerate that tore my swimsuit? There are no eyewitnesses, and each crime has occurred at the edge of the water. Plus, the swimsuits are always torn by some kind of sharp edge. After taking all of that into consideration, the culprit is most likely a giant crab. Who is the culprit behind these latest swimsuit slashings? The victim herself, the victim's boyfriend, the lifeguard, or someone else entirely? The correct question for your extra points is someone else entirely. After evaluating everyone's statements, I don't think the perpetrator is in this room or among the other beachgoers. In my opinion, our culprit is something else that's been lurking on the beach. I suspect we're dealing with a monster. A monster? Mamonoga? Like literally? Are you telling me a wild monster was the one that tore my girlfriend's swimsuit? I feel like I'm having trouble reading this, I'm sorry. Just pronouncing words. You can't be serious. Who would ever buy a crazy story like that? Where's your evidence? Show me the proof! Well, let's go over all the details from the top. First, there's the torn swimsuit itself. The tear is unnatural. It was done by something with a sharp edge, right? Yes, that's been the case in each of the incidents so far. That begs the question, is it possible for somebody to take a sharp object with them to the beach? No, or rather it will be difficult. We strongly advise against that at the reception counter and perform thorough checks. And for security reasons, we have portable metal detectors to make sure people aren't concealing anything dangerous. I don't see any way the culprit could have brought something sharp from outside. Oh! Exactly, that's because our culprit never had to bring a sharp-edged tool with them in the first place. Not when their body itself is equipped with something sharp enough to rip a swimsuit. Like claws or teeth, for example. So that's enough to say that the culprit is definitely a monster? No, that alone is just enough for a working theory, and a very unorthodox one at that. However, when combined with the other elements of the case, it starts to gain a lot more credibility. What other elements? Today's incident follows a pattern with the ones that came before it, right? No eyewitnesses, identical methods, and each time the crime happened on the shoreline. The similarities are too stark. Chances are high that we're dealing with a repeat offender. Yes, and it's already known that there's no overlap between the names registered at the beach during the time of the attacks. Naturally, because the culprit isn't someone who entered the beach conventionally. But if they were an average person trying to swim in from the lake, our lifeguard here would have seen them. You're not wrong. One of my duties is looking for anyone trying to sneak in. So, in light of all that, we're left with only one route the culprit could have taken to get to the beach. The depths. I suspect our culprit is an aquatic monster indigenous to Lake Elm. If it were small and amphibious, it would be able to approach beachgoers underwater without wave noticing. After taking every aspect of this case into account, it's tough to imagine there being any other explanation. So it really was a monster that attacked her? The reasoning is sound. Wait just a moment, isn't there something important you're forgetting to answer here? Why would some monster want to tear a girl's swimsuit in the first place? That's a good point, how do you explain that? Wouldn't all of this point to, some deranged pervert or something? I'll admit that I haven't figured out its motive just yet. Still, the evidence we have suggests our perpetrator is a monster, and my intuition is inclined to agree. For now, let's just say this particular monster has a habit for this kind of behavior and leave it at that. That's convenient. But if all that is true, then what do we do? The monster just likes that kind of thing. If this truly is a result of monster attacks, then that reflects rather poorly on Mishelam's management. I wish there were some way we could exterminate it once and for all. So do I, but we're talking about a monster elusive enough to not be caught in the act. And I don't know how we can continue to operate the beach in good faith, waiting for it to show up. Hey, I'm the victim here. There's no way I'm returning again until I know for a fact that place is safe. Well, what if we went out there and made myself bait? What? You can't be serious, Kia. They said the monster likes to tear girls' swimsuits, right? I'm a girl. If I play by the shore, maybe it'll come out again. It'll be fine. I have you there to protect me, Lloyd. Listen to me, Kia. There's no way I'm going to put you in that kind of danger, got it? He's right, you know. We couldn't ask a little girl to do that. Sure, the only damage so far has been a few torn swimsuits, but who knows how bad it could get. But if the monster keeps doing this to people, it's gonna make problems for Bella, right? I want to do something to pay her back for visiting us here. Sorry, for inviting us here. I'm proud that you would think of it that way, Kia, but still. Alright, I'm not sure if this plan will work, but it's worth a shot. But you won't be the one playing decoy, Kia. We're gonna have to call in some backup. Are you sure that'll be alright? This is quite a bit of risk to take on. Not to worry, the ladies of the SSS are no strangers to fighting monsters. They can be bait instead. The only question is, which of them do we ask to play the role? Ellie, Tio, and Noelle should all be free to help right now. I think Noelle is the easiest to do it with, but in terms of bond points, we're probably going to want to pick Ellie. Who are you going to call, Lloyd? Ellie is actually, I think, the hardest to do this with. Thankfully we're playing in normal, so it shouldn't be completely awful, but let's just go with Ellie. Ellie's situational awareness would be perfect for this case. Good choice, we'll be just fine with her on the job. Tio would actually be pretty good as well, just for the invuln on her break art, or her S-break. What's it even called, actually? I forget. Her ultimate, her super. Can I count on the Mishelam staff to clear out the other beachgoers? Right away. We'll announce a temporary inspection and have the guests evacuate for a bit. Be careful out there. If you find the monster that tore my swimsuit, kill it. Sure will. Alright, let's go! Alright, let's begin the operation. You know what to do, right? Yes, we'll play on the beach until we lure out the monster. Okay, I'm counting on you. Just remember, this particular monster has a taste for the indecent. You can't be too careful. I understand. Stopping a swimsuit slashing monster was the last thing I expected when you asked for my help. But this is for Belle's sake as well. Taking care of this problem is the least we can do to pay her back. Good luck, Lloyd. You too, Ellie. Think fast! Oh, Lloyd. Still no sign of the monster, is there? I'm not sure what's taking so long. Maybe it's onto us somehow. Still, it's gotta be out there, watching, one way or another. Let's just keep... Hey! You got me that time! I want to play with them too. Lloyd said it was dangerous, but they look like they're having so much fun. Huh? Legasp. Ellie, behind you! What? They actually voiced that. It was a giant penguin! Ellie! I'll be fine, just go! Don't look at me! Right. I love the bird animation. What's it even doing? Nowhere left to run. So, you like to turn girls' swimsuits, don't you? When did you get changed, Lloyd? Not if I have something to say about it. Here I come. Now, don't forget to analyze. A debaucherous beachside monster that excels at water arts. How do you like that? Give it up! Huh? Oh no, it's the whole party. Reinforcements? It's like a fucking Sentai team of penguins. Not good. Lloyd! We got Ellie changed. Kia, Ellie, are you alright? We'll talk later. Focus on defeating the monsters. Right. Go get him, guys! And now we have to analyze all of them. Except for the blue one. So in nightmare difficulty, because of this fight is a nightmare, and apparently they can also just run up and kill Kia immediately. Let's see if we can pull them just a bit back out of here. There's one. I feel like I should just kill them with Lloyd, all of them. Or that one specifically, rather. Arts. Let's analyze again. What do you got? This one, this one. Okay. Did he just fart on me? Can down an enemy with a single strike. Well, Lloyd's confused now. And Kia is in danger. I'm scared. I can't use my S-Break anymore. This might be a problem. The fact that you have to analyze them is a problem. If I could just use my super moves, that would just be the end. I'm scared. Strength down. If only Lloyd could use this move right now. Let me see. That's scary. That's scary. I kind of want to kill these, but I still need to analyze them. If I use an item, how much delay do I get? Do I have battle scopes? I have a bunch of them. It's still a lot of delay. I feel like it's less delay if I just analyze them. Yeah, run away. Ellie, please don't die. Okay. Have I analyzed them all? I haven't analyzed this one. Fuck. I got all of them over there. I could try to heal Ellie, or I could try to kill all of them. I can't hit all of them. But let's see. This one got him. I could burn an item and then do that, but I think it would be better to use a healing item in that case. I can't reach! I can't fucking reach! Like, if I used to analyze, it would be for this guy. Okay, let's see how this works. If it fails, we'll just have to sort of reload. Let's go for this one. I think Kia can take one more hit. I don't think they're gonna die, it's the worst part. Yes, paralyzed with fear. Whew! Okay. Heal. Give me a heal. Yeah, if you want to scan all of them, this is a nightmare. Can't get all three. Ah! I could kill these two. But I don't like having Kia next to so many fucking birds. I missed. Can I hit that one next to Ellie as well? I can hit 3 of them. God damn it. This is the worst. Should I try hitting 3 this way or... Okay. Okay, now I need to be careful I don't just forget to analyze that one. Let's do it with Lloyd. Can I not? I can't hit both. Okay, I can with this. Or I should impede it, actually. I should impede it and murder it. Okay, we got this. I was scared for a minute, but we got this. Whew. Okay. That was concerning at the end. Phew, we managed to take them down with just the 2 of us. So, like, most of the difficulty on that fight comes from trying to analyze them. So, honestly, if you're playing on a harder difficulty, just forget about it. Just kill them all. Don't do that part of the game. Like, I'm honestly doing this even though I already messed up the achievement for it. Good work, guys. It was touch and go for a while, but I do believe this case is closed. Hey, Ellie, I'm not sure what to say, but I'm sorry. I should have protected you back there. Don't worry about that. I was okay with you seeing. I mean, I'm the one who let my guard down. Frankly, I'm more concerned about why those monsters were on the beach to begin with. Who's to say? It could be because of the impact Mishelam's development has had on the surrounding areas. Honestly, I didn't remember them being penguins. I thought they were a monster called Creepy Sheep, and I thought they had scissors. And that's why they were cutting people's swimsuits. I don't know why that was the mental image. I think maybe that's something from another game. Maybe the reason they were so fixated on tearing girls' swimsuits was because of how much of a commotion it caused. I feel kind of bad for them now. Yeah. I don't. They fired on me like 10 times while we were fighting. Anyway, we're done for now. Let's go report everything to Carmina and the others. Agreed, shall we? They could have status affected the hell out of us. We got lucky there. You have our gratitude, everyone. We only got one confused, and it only affected Lloyd while he was right next to enemy, so he never attacked Ellie. If not for your help, management might have never recovered from this shameful string of incidents. Don't mention it, we're just happy we could help. You've done so much for us. I don't think we could ever thank you enough. I'll report everything that's happened regarding the attack on the monsters to Miss Maribel. We would appreciate that. I'm sure Maribel will know what kind of countermeasures to put in place once she hears about the situation. Let me thank you too. I'm so glad you beat up that big, bad bathing suit slashing monster. And now that you did, we can go back to having fun in the sand. You still want to play out there? After everything you went through, I figured you'd be swimsuit shy. Well, we didn't come all this way to sit around. I'm not going to let those stupid monsters ruin our trip. So if you'll excuse us, we've got ourselves a beach to enjoy. See you around. For a second I thought she was going to make it pass at Lloyd. I was like, damn, everyone wants him. I think that's my cue to return to my post too. Thank you again for the help. When I saw the heart emote, I was like, oh no. There's another one. Alright, are you guys ready to head out too? Yep. There are a few things I wanted to see at the boutique. I'll be there until it's time to meet up. Alright, see you in a little bit. Bye bye. The swimsuit snipping situation completed. That's the secret quest for the chapter. Okay, let me just check. I think we can just continue the story. Let me just check stuff at the boutique. Hey! Take a look at this dress I found earlier. It's got a boob window. It's sexy, isn't it? What do you say, Rixia? Try it on, and if it fits, I'll buy it for you. What? You want me to wear this? Ilya, please, it's barely even a dress. Oh, pish posh. With your womanly charms, I know you can make it work. Trust me. Those two charms of yours will make this work. And here I thought I was mentally prepared for anything but that. By the way, Lloyd, you didn't sneak a peek, did you? Did you? No, don't worry. I sure didn't see anything. Oh, that's disappointing. I mean, if you say so. Wow, I mean, if you wanted to, you could have just asked. What? Got you. Wazzy was right, you really are fun to tease. Come on, Ellie, give me a break. Sure, she was teasing. Well, in the end, I knew the risk when I stepped out there in my bathing suit. So I'm glad it was with you. I mean, I'm glad we could take care of those monsters. Let's leave it at that. Come on now, Rex, you just have faith and try it on. I'm going to see you in this dress if it kills me. No, can I actually buy things? I forgot about this. This might be worth it. Like, they're rather cheap, but I guess I don't have that much money in the first place. Let's not. We'll be able to get much better accessories relatively soonish. Anyone in the jewelry store? Randy. Hey Lloyd, I see you finally tracked down Keto. Sorry for wandering off by myself. As if I couldn't forgive that smile. Don't know how they let you in with a weapon like that. What are you up to, Randy? Were you hoping to make a purchase? Yeah, I was thinking of picking up a little bit for Mireille. Damn. You're gonna get her expensive jewelry? She's gonna be getting a promotion soon, so I figured I ought to buy her a gift to celebrate. Really? Hey Randy, not to pry, but the two of you wouldn't happen to be, you know... Where are you getting at, pal? We're just friends, and I still owe her from the time I was in the CGF. This is me being polite here, is all. I do like that Randy has this going on. Says, you should already know there's only one woman... You should already know there's only one woman for my heart. Oh. I was going to misread that entirely. There's only one woman for my heart, and that's Cecile. I'm going to pretend that you didn't just say that to my face. I'll grab Noelle and the others when it's time to head to the meeting spot. Till then, we'll be in here getting some window shopping done. Well, what do you know? This jewel looks just the same as the one I was gifted by a lady friend of mine. I wonder if this is where she bought it. Wow, that necklace is so beautiful. I know how these places work. They probably marked it down a bunch to draw people to the back of the store. Let me check the price. How many zeros is this? 1, 2, 3... I could buy a whole fleet of orbital vehicles with that kind of money. Something tells me we're not the target customers here. It's a beautiful necklace, don't get me wrong, but who could possibly afford to buy it at these prices? Hey Lloyd, you know what would be super cool if you bought me this necklace as a present? With that price tag, what kind of salary do you think they're giving me? You know what would be super cool? Is there anyone at the restaurant? Nope. Okay, let's move on with the story. You know, there were a couple character sound effects that just happen all the time in this game and the previous one. And it's Kia going, "Where?" and Lloyd going, "Huh?" Like surprise expressions. They always do the same noise. And for a while back while I was playing from Zero, I thought I should just find all of them, cut them out, and just make like a montage of every time they make this noise. And then I realized how much effort it would be to scan through 70 hours of gameplay footage. And I gave up immediately. I'm sorry, I couldn't. I still think it would be funny to see it. Tio. It wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah. 先に来てたのか。他のみんなはまだ集まっていないみたいだな。
私たちは少し早めに来てしまいましたので、シュリさんにミッシーの可愛さをレクチャーしていたところです。いや、違うからな。別に可愛いなんてこれっぽっちも思って。ごまかしても無駄です。先ほどからシュリさんの気になるオーラをバッチリ感知していますから。なんだそのオーラって。仲良しだね。
ここでこのまま他の人たちを待つかな。
Let me check something real quick.
それではお二人にも改めて
Let the sermon commence.
ミッシーがいかにその愛らしさでゼムリア大陸の平和に貢献しているかを。まだ続くのか。おい、あんたも見てないでストップしてくれ。
You've already taken down one cult, right? I don't think this one can be stopped.
ティオはミッシーに関してはとことん入れ込んでるからさ。
すでに諦めモードかよ。
After finishing their shopping, the rest of the group joined them at the meeting spot. Oh, I actually picked the wrong option. I wanted to back out for a second. Lloyd and the others then showed their entry pass at the front gate and stepped into the theme park. On the verge of tears.
すげえな。へえ。私も初めてだけど、なかなか楽しめそうじゃない。アトラクションとかも結構あるのよね。
ま、正直1日くらいじゃ回りきれないほどあるっすね。
今日はビーチで昼過ぎまで過ごしちゃったし、今からだと代表的なものを中心に回った方が良さそうだね。
代表的なものというとどんなものになるのかしら。やっぱり左手に見える観覧車は外せませんね。ファミリー、カップル、ど ちらにも人気があります。眺めはとにかく最高ですよ。最後の締めにとっておいてもいい場所かもしれません。
You might get more out of it if you save it for last. So is the game hinting something at you?
代表的なものというと、中央の城はまさにそうですね。鏡の城、このテーマパークのモニュメント的な場所だそうです。願いを叶える鏡というのが最上階に置かれているらしくて、鐘を鳴らして鏡の前に立つと願いが叶うなんて言われていますね。あら、ロマンチックね。
まあやっぱりカップルとかファミリーが多いっすね。何せその鐘を鳴らす紐が左右に2つついてるくらいだし。
確かにそれは一人で鳴らすと切なそうだな。ね
えねえ、あっちに見えるお屋敷って誰か住んでるの？なんかやたらと不気味そうな屋敷だな。
ありゃ俺も知らねえな。最近できたアトラクションか。
テーマパークでも一番新しい施設みたいですね。
I'm just checking.
ホラーコースターといって
I'm just checking the walkthrough because here's another slew of chances to get bonding points. But I don't think it doesn't seem like the playthrough specifies who to use them on. It just seems to be use them on whoever you need. So at this point, it might just be good to get everyone's.
最新技術を駆使した恐ろしくもエキサイティングなアトラクションのようですね。
Like everyone's seen.
そんなものが新しくできたんだ。
I guess I gotta bring Ellie to the... No,
ベルって
maybe not.
一言も教えてくれなかったよね。
It figures Spell wouldn't at least give me a warning.
いいわね。
Ellie is bad with scary stuff.
他に定番はないのかしら。
アトラクションじゃないけど占いの館ってのも定番だね。なんでも去年入った占い師がかなりの凄腕だっていう噂だよ。
相性占いから
There are also a lot of scenes here, so this is also a good point to have an extra save file.
エキゾチックで謎めいた美人の占い師さんらしいです。それはちょっと気になりますね。東方系の戦術師かしら。
I feel like this character is someone important, but I completely forget.
それを言うならミッシーの追っかけも外せないのではないかと。
The one they're mentioning here in the... Not Mishi, the one they're mentioning in the tower with the diviner.
パークを巡回している彼を追いかけていくという趣向です。運が良ければ彼の妹であるミーシェというキャラにも会うことができるとか。
そうなのか。
Tio, have you kicked Mishi yet? Have you bullied the poor guy in the costume?
そういえば
It's good luck apparently.
場所というのはどこかにあるのかしら。ああ、左のアーケード方面に休憩所がありますよ。ちょっとした軽食なんかも出されていたと思います。ならそこを中心に集まるといいかもしれないわね。なるべく私はいるようにするから、みんな貧血とか具合が悪くなったら遠慮なく来てね。
セシルね、こんな時まで看護師魂を発揮しなくても。
ええ、さすがに申し訳ないです。
しかし考えてみりゃセシルさんに介抱してもらえる絶好のチャンスってことか。
ランディさん、本音は控えた方がいいかと。まあほどほどにしてあんたも楽しみなさいよね。普段遊んでないんだからこんな時こそはしゃがないと。わかったわ。それじゃお言葉に甘えて。
晩餐会があるから遊べるのは夕方まで。みんな チケットを渡すから、ここからは自由行動にしよう。遊びたいアトラクションがあれば、それぞれ適当に組んで入る。
So I think we get 6 tickets
そ
total.
んな感じでいいかな。
I don't know if they mentioned the number already. I might have missed it, just trying to look through my phone.
わかりました。
Trying to look through the walkthrough.
遊ぶぞ。
テンションマックスです。
Tension max.
やれやれ、元気だね。
ねえシュリー、一緒に回ろう。だから引っ張るなって。なんだか学生時代を思い出すわね。そうね。
I bet Ilya was the one pulling on people. Received? Oh, 5. Okay. Here at Mishelam Wonderland, you can visit the Ferris wheel, the Castle of Mirrors, the Fortune Teller's house, or the Horror Coaster. Each activity will cost you 1 ticket. Simply speak to the attendant in front of any given attraction and select a partner to go with. So you can do a repeat ride with different people. Think carefully about which attractions you'd like to see and whom you'd like to take with you. The story will advance after using all 5 tickets. Ladies of Mishelam, here comes Randy. This is a land of dreams and wishes, right? If I don't land the cutest girl in the park's digits, that's false advertising. When you go to Disneyland to pick up chicks. Evasion 15. That's tempting. I'm gonna buy one just in case. Look over this way, Tio. I'll take a picture for you. Hey there, little lady. Are you having a me-he happy time? It's him! The one and only Mishi! They say never meet your heroes, but I don't think that holds true this time. Okay, I think there are... Rest area. I think there are a couple missable items that we need to buy here. Let's see. Crossbow times, we already have it. Surfboard. And black teddy bear. Now that will give us bond points with Randy, and I don't know if Kia even has bond points, but we'll get those too. No, yeah, she definitely has. We've had bond points specifically for her a couple times, that's for sure. There should be something else around as well here. Kingdom of Sweets, Volume 3 sits majestically on the bench. Rainbow cotton candy. I'll try to keep to these areas as much as I can today. You and the others are free to have some fun. Come see me if you need anything. Can we even get Cecile in on this? Maybe not. Okay. Let's save here at the beginning. And let's make a separate save here. If I ever want to see all the different events, I'll be able to come back. So, the first ticket will be with Rixia. She's the only character that actually sort of needs it from the side cast. If you want to see a Bond scene. So, I guess the question is, where should we go with Rixia? Do you have any preferences? Brailus or chat if there's anyone else in there. We've got the Haunted Villa, the Castle of Mirrors, or the Sunshine, or the Ferris wheel. Oh, we have a horror coaster too. I forgot. Oh? Did you change your mind, brothers? Okay, it's time for the coaster. They're actually here already. I can see some tracks coming out of the building over there. Is that part of the attraction, maybe? It must be quite a thrill getting thrust outside in the middle of a ride like that. Whew, now this is what I call ambience. How do they make it nighttime around here? I've never been so excited. I can't wait to get on. Let me save here. So, this one's actually... I guess you'll see.
人呼んでルナティックゾーンへようこそ。こちらはモンスターの住まう館をたった一丁の動力銃で駆け抜ける恐怖のアトラクションでございます。よろしければどなたかとご一緒にご入場。
I suggest you bring along someone for the ride. I read that completely out of order, didn't I? Who should I invite? Rixia.
よし、 リーシャを誘ってみよ
Risha.
いかにも雰囲気があるアトラクションみたいですね。
Whew.
う。結構余裕みたいだな。
It's a shame that
それじゃあ入ってみよう。
Rix is probably not easily scared.
ではチケットをお預かりします。
I'm trying to check something.
モンスターを倒すための動力銃は乗り物内にどうかご無事に帰られますよ。
Okay. Now, let me tell you. There's an achievement you can get in this game. If you're good. It's actually a minigame. So you expected a scene with a character? No, you're gonna play a minigame now. Oops. I don't know. What are these? I don't know the I don't know the Xbox prompts. Ah, fuck. I want a PlayStation controller, okay? That's not it, fuck. I don't know. So you get an achievement if you get 400 points. I'm at 100 right now. I'm hiding it. I don't know what button is which, so I'm just pressing everything wrong. Why is triangle? What? That was fast. Hey! Rix is like, ah, that was hot. Fuck. X is square. Y is... That's not it. Some of these are fast. Like, they go away before I actually press the button. I also need an extra second to, like, correct it in my mind. Damn it. I wasn't looking, fuck. I can't! Fuck me. What is that? No!
お疲れ様です。
Result 1 star. A girl was looking. That was exhilarating. Dude, I'm using a PlayStation controller. I don't know the Xbox layout by heart. And I have to like fucking correct it in my head a second before actually pressing the button.
怪物が目まぐるしく動いて、撃っているロイドさんが
Shooting all those ghosts seemed quite difficult. You don't know the half of it.
ちょっと大変だったけど、俺もなかなか楽しめたよ。
It's common gamer knowledge. Maybe it's common Xbox gamer knowledge.
それじゃあ、また後で。
はい、ではまた。
Well, that's the bond point with Rixia. With Risha. Let me save. I'm half tempted to try to do it again. But let me check something first. Systems, record. Here we can check our points with people. So we gotta fill these out. Now let me check our party members. Randy is actually rather high, as is Ellie. Noel and Wasi, huh? Wasi gets filled pretty easily, huh? Oh, that's cute. They all have the same spot. So you will get points for the others without needing to worry too much about this. I think, man, Wasi, I might just be able to just push him right there. I don't think you get too many extra points with Randy, though. So I might start pushing him and Ellie. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, people are moving around. You know, I've really spotted Mishi, but I can't seem to find his little sister, Michette, anywhere. Where could she be hiding? You should have seen the way Ilya was dragging Cecile away from the rest area earlier. Not necessarily the gentlemanly way to invite a lady, but to her credit, it does always go in her favor. Let's go to the rest area. Hey, looks like they're playing with the dog. Hi, Seed, what are you doing? Getting annoyed by the kids? Makes sense. No, there's Ellie and Cecile. What an amazing photo this would make. Okay, let's try this one. Should I bring Randy over or Ellie? Sorry, or Tio. Make a wish in front of the wishing mirror. It's time for the Randy scene. We can bring Rixie again if we want. There's nothing stopping you from spending the whole time with a single character if you really want to. Randy's like, we could have done this with a girl, you know. that would be what the kind of thing he'd say. I've heard a lot about it being the centerpiece of the park. Okay. I probably shouldn't have this in high speed mode. The thing at the center is freaking out. We're scoping it out first, Randy. Looks like there's a rest area halfway in. This place is cute. Don't you worry, little one. Grandpa isn't going to let himself fall behind you youngins just yet. Are you okay, Grandpa? These stairs are really long. That's enough exercise for the rest of my life. Don't give up on me now. We're almost at the top. And these guys just cruising on up. I'd rather not. We've gone so many flights, it's making me dizzy. Oh, I guess he told her to look down. Look how high in the sky we are, Hurl.
鐘を鳴らして鏡の前に立つと願いが叶うって言われてるが、さてどんな願い事にするかね。
それじゃあまずは2人であの鐘を鳴らしてみよう。よし、次は上にある鏡の前に行こ
う。いよいよだな。
それじゃ早速願い事をしてみよう。この鏡の前で願いを言えばいいのかな。
多分頭の中で願い事を思い浮かべるくらいでいいと思うぜ。
No, say it out loud. That way we'll know.
こんなところかな。
Damn.
俺も終わったぜ。んでロイド、お前どんな願い事をしたんだ？
まあ普通すぎてちょっと照れるんだけど、クロスペルをこれからも守っていけますように
Man,
かな。
he really lives for his job.
もちろんキーヤやランディたち支援家の仲間も含めてね。
ほんとお前って真面目なやつだよな。もう少し自分の欲望に正直な願い事をしてもバチは当たんねえだろうによ。
Like, this is for myself.
そういうランディはどんな願い事をしたんだよ。
俺か？それはもちろんクロスベルにお姉さんたちとのウハウハなハーレムを。
分かった。
He built up to it.
聞いた俺がバカだった。
おいおい、男なら誰しもが夢見る状況だろうが。セシルさんたちナースさんに遊撃士のエウリアさん、クロスベルには俺好みのお姉さんが盛りだくさんだからな。
あのな、そんな妄想にセシルネーまで参加させるなよ。ま、ある意味安心したよ。絶対に叶うわけない願い事だし。
ズバリ言ってくれやがって。さてはお前羨ましいんだな。安心しておけ。願いが叶った暁にはお前にもいい思いを。
いつ誰がそんな心配をしたんだよ。はあ、まったく願い事はしたんだしさっさと行く。
I'll let you have a slicer too. It's like, I'll take your place as protagonist, Lloyd. Damn, he's hurt. Oh no, maybe wishing for them to keep company with someone like me forever would be too much to ask. I guess he didn't make that other wish. The wish he actually said. I think he's talking more about the SSS than the girls. That turned sad.
男二人でも結構楽しめたな。じゃ、俺は他に行ってるぜ。
なあ、また後でな。
お、じゃあな。
Oh, hi, Fran. So this is where the wishing mirror is. You don't suppose it actually grants whatever you ask it for, do you? Well, of course I do. I mean, it wouldn't be much fun at all if without a little suspension of disbelief. Oh, so that's how it works. Maybe you're onto something. I like the Mishelam theme. Hey there, girls. Are my two little protégés enjoying themselves? Is that how you pronounce that? Protégé? Remember, rest and relaxation is just as important for a performer as a rehearsal, so get to it. Yes, Mom, we will. Give us a break already, you don't need to tell us how to have fun.